All right, Toon. Where you go, mate? Where you go?
I'm still here, boy. Still here.
What?
Where do you go?
Yeah, you don't want to do it anymore.
No, I still want to do it. The Bearing Channel?
Oh,
Is this the real Bearing Channel?
he's been practicing his sassy black woman. He was going to do the intro in sassy black lady talk, but I don't think. I
Oh,
think
shit.
you're a bit nervous, aren't you? You're a bit nervous, aren't you, old buddy?
This is my first time getting on here. 450,000 people on one channel. I'm just on 67k. How am I supposed to deal with this kind of... I've been out of the game for 2 weeks because I got 2 strikes. How do I do this?
Man. What do we got? We've got 62 watching. Hang on, 63? No, 62. So yeah, that's good to meet you, man. Thanks for joining.
No problem. Finally, I'm getting the chance to meet you as well. That's never really happened. Like, we've been talking for quite a while. Never, because I never answer the DMs. But
you never fucking answer your DM. I don't know if anyone saw, but fuck, this kind of shocking. I sent him a DM, right? And you know when you send someone a DM and it's sort of it's not urgent, but it's sort of I wouldn't mind an answer. Get me an answer. And you're sort of like, you fucking go, what's his cunt doing? Has he been on Twitter? And you go to their page and it's like a post from 2 hours ago, and you send him a fucking a thing 8 hours ago. It's like you fucking traitor. You get angry. And so I went and downloaded this graphic of this little character holding a sign that said, "You've got mail," and it just posted it under everything he posted. Hurry up.
The picture of the 2 guys on my Twitter page. The one with the no gay shit in here, bro. We just homosexual. That one. Are you homosexual with me, Barry?
Man, I'm anything sexual with you. Anything sexual. Although it could be a bit awkward. It could be because you're on screen. You're sort of like, what are you, a hamster or something? Is that what you're meant to be?
Fucking Niglet. Jesus Christ. Everybody always gets that it's a bear or something like that. Just like
that's sort of what you look like. But,
so what I was going for was, hey, I want Bearing style, but I don't want people to call me Bearing. So instead of that, that's a hamster, by the way. It's not a guinea pig. It's not a hamster.
So it's a hamster, and the camera's just zoomed in. That's
it's a hedgehog. It's a hedgehog.
Oh, it's a hedgehog. Right?
Yeah.
Hedgehog. Yeah. What's the where did it come from? Did you draw it?
Oh wait, no. I was I used to study this marketing thing so that I could learn a lot about marketing. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. But I used to do that, and I read something about getting an animal as a profile picture or as an icon for your whatever you use, a company or stuff like that, because people relate to animals on a more emotional level. So I was like, which kind of animal would just be cute, original, and not be Bearing? I hang so.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. What's the word? There's a word for it. It's anthropomorphize or something. I think where we
wait. Does it have a word? Yeah.
What?
Does it have a word? Yeah.
Well, that's the word for when we look at animals and we sort of humanize them. So, like how you've got a hat and glasses on your fucking whatever you are, and you've got a cigar and all that. Like that, the animals don't do that. The humans do. So when we do that and humanize them, it's called. I think I'm probably wrong. It's called anthropomorphizing animals. I think that's what it's called.
I've never heard of that before, but I believe you.
Completely just made it up.
Just completely made that entire story up over there.
No, I didn't. No, it's real. It's real. Yeah. So, man, what country are you in? Are you in the UK? Or are you in?
I'm
Netherlands.
I'm in the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm in the Netherlands. Yeah, everybody always assumes that I'm from the UK. Like I told you about this as well. That in Scotland, I went over to Scotland like a couple of months ago, and even the people over there guessed that I was from Scotland. I guess because Scottish people can't even understand Scottish people, like the way they talk. Fucking hell. Have you ever heard the Glasgow accent?
But what's your accent? Your accent's not Scottish.
No, it's Dutch. I got a Dutch accent, but I go over to Britain quite a lot. And when I started off YouTube, that's already like 7 years ago or something like that, I became friends with a lot of British people, so that's how I improved my English and stuff like that. And that's how I also took over a British accent. So that's why people usually assume that I'm from Britain or something. But now I'm from the Netherlands.
So you started a channel what 7 years ago? What sort of stuff were you doing?
Oh wait, 7 years ago. 7 years ago was. Do you know have you ever heard of the game Worms?
No.
That's this game with these little worm characters with weapons and stuff like that, and you have to take out another team of worms. That's
radical.
Yeah, was radical shit. But that's what I did. I recorded it on my iPhone 4 back then. I recorded audio separate from the gameplay, so it was a gaming channel, and then. Well, nothing happened with that. I did it for like a good 2 years. Didn't do anything proper with that. Then I moved over to trolling. Trolling is a community on YouTube of people who just go on a game and make fun of other people or try to get other people pissed. So I did that for a good 2-3 years. Yeah. And then I started to, then I took a year off for my study. So I did a lot of things regarding music, camera work and stuff like that. I got a chance to do things with Martin Garrix. I didn't do it. Shit. Regret doing that now. Not doing that now because my mate. You know who Martin Garrix is, by the way, right? Like the #1 DJ in the world.
Oh, I didn't know, but there you go.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I wish it was my mate, but my mate travels like all over the world with him right now and stuff. Right. But my dumb ass chose went for the decision to skip that in a way to quit uni and to start YouTube. So yeah, I missed out on that, but I got the chance to do YouTube. So now YouTube is doing pretty well, except for the fact that YouTube
and now we're all about to be kicked off.
Yeah, I'm about to be kicked off, but except for that, YouTube is doing pretty well for me.
Yeah. So you mentioned you had actually we'll stick with the timeline. So you did a trolling channel for a while, and so is Toon like not a trolling? Is that how's that different to trolling? Like what would you call Toon?
Toon or
what? What style would you call your current channel?
Yeah, I don't know. What would it call it? Yeah, this is like real life trolling. Like this. Trolling people who don't. It's not real life. It's still not real life, but it's different from doing it on a game. I'm still trolling people, of course, and in a way, yeah, I'm a big troll.
Right. So the difference was with that previous channel, you'd sort of stuck to gaming sort of thing. You'd troll gamers type thing.
I also like to put more logic in it because back then there wasn't really a lot of logic involved within it, and this community is linked to. An older generation, which I like a lot more as well.
Yeah. So what were you doing on the old one? Just teasing people for their stutters and shit.
Yeah. All right. So we had this TeamSpeak server. TeamSpeak is something like Skype as well, and you can join the server. And we went on the TeamSpeak server, and usually what we would do is we would start off making weird noises, me and my mate. This was when I was 17 or something like that. We're just making really annoying noises. Like in the background, you would hear something like, and it would piss them off, and it would get them to the point where they would start shouting. And that is when we pressed the record button. We skipped everything before that because we didn't want to have that in the video because that wasn't funny. No, the kids shouting, that was funny. So all we did was piss them off.
So you'd prime them up, and then hit record and just.
Yeah, we were getting them already. What's the loop? The sex.
And so what did you do after? Did you start antagonizing? Did you start just saying stuff to piss them off after that, or what was the plan?
Yeah. We started talking about so what did we have? Oh yeah. We had these. We tried to always figure out what the race of a certain kid was. usually we join American servers because they're more sensitive to the word the N word, and I could say that on stream before you like get blocked or something. I don't know, but so something that we would do. Yeah, never. So something that we would do is we would ask a white kid, hold up, what was that? what did you just say over there? Did you just say the N word over there? And the kid would go like, what? No, I didn't say that. Oh, I got it on I recorded it. I'm sure you said it over there. And he would freak out and be like, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. And then we would try and get this black guy in the same server to fight him and stuff like that, and be like, yo, he just called you the N-word over there, boy. You just gotta take it from him.
Oh fuck! So you're just fracturing these communities of gaming friends online. I like it. That's classic.
we ruin relationships those days.
Yeah. And so do you have any with Toon? Do you have any like boundaries to the content that you do? Like, do you? I mean, because from what I can see, you're sort of like me. You just sort of do anything that interests you, don't you?
Yeah, I like just making fun of people who say something stupid, and if it's just a small thing that is stupid, like I mention it, and then everything besides that is usually like just thrown in. Like I got some serious parts in my videos. For example, when they actually do say something stupid, I do try and reply, do try to respond to that in a serious way. But everything that is around that is just me making fun of the entire situation. Like even if it makes sense, I make fun of it, but it's like, yeah, it's just a troll. It's just a big troll. Yeah, that's my character, I guess. I try to make it as obvious as possible, though, because apparently to a lot of people on the internet, it's not obvious, even though it's like it's legit a cartoon character who at the end of the video says that he doesn't want to see hate. Like he means it. Like I say that at every in every video. At the end of the video, I go like, I don't want to see hate, guys. Please don't send hate. And people still think that you generally want to send hate. Like, no, dude.
Yeah. You're dog whistling. Stop dog whistling.
Yeah, it's the virtue signaling is out of this world with these people. Yeah, but yeah, that's I love making videos about every single kind of person. On my second channel, I'm doing this a lot different right now, because on my first channel, like I said, it has a serious message. On my second channel, the serious message is like it's kind of gone. Like there's just complete bullshit. But I love doing it. I just love making fun of a certain situation. I don't like insulting people. Like that's not what I'm trying to do. Like I usually don't say anything about the way somebody looks, unless the person can do something about it and tries to claim that being obese, for example, is good or something. But except for that, like I don't say anything about anyone's looks. It's just making fun remarks about the things they say.
Yeah, look, I'm kind of the same, unless they're being sort of real cunts about it as well, and you sort of paying some medicine back.
The Christy Winters situation, damn. When I saw that, I was like, Jesus, what a gun!
Jesus Christ, you don't have a Christy Winters yet? You need to get a Christy Winters, man. Fucking hell,
I haven't made a single video about it, but
oh mate, fucking do it, deflect, fucking distract her for me.
I'll do it. Nobody's going to bully my fellow forest buddy without asking.
Yeah, she's something else, man. She's been just coming at me hard for a year and a half, and she's just as shady as all fuck. It's annoying.
It's just so much bullshit when somebody tries to take down your career. Like, I don't know if you saw what happened to my Twitter, but like my first Twitter account got deleted. I don't know why it gets deleted. Like they just don't tell you, just like how your Twitter got deleted. Yeah. It's so weird, but on that,
I had the same thing, but Christy Winters was nice enough to send me all of the your complaint has been successfully fucking actioned. So I knew where it came from. For me, I was fortunate. Fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch. I don't know what happened. Like so. That day, I posted a tweet saying that girls usually ask me to say something in my native language, in Dutch, which sounds like this. Hallo, ik ben Teun Hoebe. Je kan waarschijnlijk niet verstaan wat ik nu zeg, maar ik spreek Nederlands nu. So that is Dutch. And girls usually like ask me to say something sexy, like in specific. Like fans do it as well, to say something sexy. Like that's a specific question. I got a Snapchat and I answer questions on there. I got a lot of girls. I'm not even kidding. A lot of girls ask me, "Hey, can you say something sexy to me in Dutch?" I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're touching themselves to what I sent them or something. Go ahead if you want to do it. I don't know what you want to do with it. I don't have a problem with it, but it's yeah. So I said they asked me that. And if I can do that, hell yeah, of course I can do that. I'm from the Netherlands. So I tweeted out, girl, stop asking me if I can send something sexy to you in Dutch and if I'm capable of doing that. Of course I can do that. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm not an analphabetical cunt. Well, okay. Oh, no, I didn't say analphabetical cunt. I said, I'm not an African tribe kid. That's the exact words that I used. Because let's be honest, all right? An African tribe kid does not even know how to speak one language fully, like except for some rock writing skills or something. I don't know. They don't know how to speak English or something like that. So that's why I said it. And it's just
that's the benefit of living in the first world and having access to education and all that. You can send smutty shit to fucking little sluts online. That's the beauty of education.
That's the beauty of the education world. We also learn some bullshit in a university nowadays. But so yeah, that's the only thing I sent. For some reason, my Twitter got deleted because of that. Well, that's what I'm assuming. I think that is the reason why it got deleted, because I generally didn't like. All I do is post memes on my account, and most of them are not even that offensive. So I was quite surprised when they deleted my Twitter. So yeah, that was the only reason. Well, let's be fucking fair. Like, the kids are never like, African kids are not just African kids, African tribe kids. In specific, I said African tribe kids, like the fuckers who live in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the Sahara desert without any food. Like, I don't want to sound like a cunt, but they don't have a Wi-Fi connection. They generally couldn't even care less about me saying that. Like, they got other things to worry about, like the water source. How the
fuck did we end up on fucking African tribes kids? How did we? Why are we there? I don't understand.
All right, but yeah, okay. So that was the entire situation. Let's move over to your questions.
Fair enough. You've thrown me now. I'm shaken up. I mean, was I supposed to understand something about the African kids scenario or what? I don't know. Are you brain fucking me, cunt?
I'm trying to raise money for Africa, okay? Yeah, just like every other person into that. All right.
Before you were and you got to tell the truth here. Before you started trolling all that sort of shit, were you ever like a little SJW? Are you a reformed fucking emo SJ? Well, you were. That's funny as fuck.
All right, so I used to get bullied in high school a lot.
Yeah.
And I generally, oh my god, fucking hell, the things I stood up for, like, hell yeah, fucking, I deserved getting bullied. God damn, I'm happy people bullied me. Made me the man I am today. Still as fucking sad cunt who drinks beer to try and get rid of his problems, but back then, I most definitely was an SJW, was a SJW in some kind of way. People generally didn't like me, and over here in the Netherlands, people are not really used to that kind of shit either. Like in America and in other places on planet Earth, they're not used to it, like the UK and shit like that. Like they don't always appreciate that, or the majority of the people don't appreciate that. But in the Netherlands, like, you better be tolerant, respectful, but still have some fucking balls. And I missed the balls part over there a lot. So I would start crying if somebody.
So you would have come through high school in like what you said a few years ago, sort of thing.
4 years ago. 4 years. 4 years ago. No, wait, 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I got out of high school. I went over to uni. Quit uni because I didn't like it. My mom paid for it, and she was like, "All right, we'll pay for you next year again if you're going back to school." And after that, we're not paying for it anymore. So I went over to the thingy I mentioned a second ago about the marketing study and stuff like that, and with the camera work and the music work and stuff like that. So I went over there. My mom paid for it. Then I decided to stop again because YouTube was not doing bad. So I was like, hell yeah, let's do YouTube. And I got a lot of friends in the YouTube community, people with over 3 million subscribers, like BC Troll. He has 4 million subscribers and stuff like that. You probably don't know him. And Memeless is a friend of mine, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Private Cynical, but I've talked to him and stuff like that. So they were all quitting school, and I was like, hell yeah, if they can do it, I can fucking do it. If my mates can do it, I can do the same. So there you go. Quit school. I don't regret it at all, because the degree that I would have got from the entire study. It would have been a shit one, so I would have wasted my time over there anyways. Also, it was way too easy for me, so it was not like I just did it because I wanted to do YouTube. I would never do something like that. But so yeah, I quit did YouTube. Then I got fucked over in the summer. Numbers dropped a little bit because you get put out of the algorithm when you are out of the game for 2 weeks or something. Then it went better again. Then I got into a situation with my ex that was rough, so I kind of stopped uploading for a bit. I needed some money, so I had to start uploading again and had to get myself together. Oh yeah, that's the nice part about YouTube. Like if you're in a shitty situation, you got to get yourself together because you need some fucking money. So
no. You just start cutting your videos in half to do part 1 and part 2, so you get double the
so you can double the rev. Oh shit! I haven't tried that one out yet. I gotta do that. Never thought about that. All right, there you go, guys. Double the amount of videos. But
and so, would you say? I mean, do like a lot of the skills that you use to make your Toon videos? Did you pick them up when you studied like video and all that, or did you have them sort of down?
The number one reason why that was so easy for me was because I already taught myself how to do it back before that. I also taught myself how to speak English, and so I like teaching myself things. I like learning new things, so I'm looking for new things to learn. I never waste time, so yeah, that's how I learned all that stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. You mentioned that that you've got a girlfriend in the US. Are you going to move to the US?
Yeah, I'm going to move to the US. Yeah, like we've been doing great together. Like generally, I love this woman. I love it. Yeah. You know, the thing is, because she's coming down over here first in June probably, and then we're going to travel through Europe for 2 weeks. After that, I'm bringing her over to my place. Then we're going to stay over there, and she's just staying for 1 month. After that, she has to go back to to the US, of course. So we've already talked about like marriage and shit. It's so fucked up. Like we've been dating for 2 months now.
You're 21.
Yeah, I know. It's so. Hold up. Let me explain it. So
I'm not saying she's a cunt. I'm not saying she's a shit girlfriend. I'm just saying you're 21. You know, always just have her as a girlfriend and just fucking. Yeah, that's my piece. You go on.
So the reason as to why we talked about it is because it's long distance, and you kind of want to make sure that if you generally we generally really like each other a lot, like we love each other. Like she told me that, and I was like, yeah, I think I love you as well. So
yeah, but hang on a sec. But he's the mentality. Like, is she sort of thinking, yeah, if we get married, he won't touch any other girls in the vagina? Is that the idea, sort of thing? Because
no. That's the idea, and she has the same. I hope she has the same idea. Hold up, I hope she has the same idea. I think she has the same idea about it. But the reason as to why we mentioned that was eventually we're going to have to like one of us has to move, and it's definitely something that you have to talk about. And somebody just mentioned 2 months of green card. Hell fucking no. Oh no. I'm good. Like I want to move over to the US, but I would rather live where I live right now. I feel like I got a lot better over here. She said that is one of the reasons why I said I hope that she has the same reason. Like I hope that she doesn't that she isn't trying to get married with me to get a green card for over here. I don't know if it's called a green card over here. It's probably called something else, but a nationality from here. But that's the reason as to why we want to do it, to get a nationality and shit like that. That's the reason why we discussed it that early on in a relationship.
Are there many young Americans trying to move to Europe at the moment? I mean, other than Muslims.
Yeah, we do have a lot of foreign people over here. Definitely in the Netherlands, it's insane. Like you would think that you would only find like people from Muslim countries or something like that, but that's definitely not true. We got where I live, I got a shit ton of Americans actually over here. I don't know what is up with that. Like we got a lot of American people and British people. The Netherlands is not a bad country. Like I like this place, but the nature is not my thing. But except for that, like the system over here is great, where the people over here are really tolerant and everybody speaks English, which is nice as well. So I guess that is the reason as to why people want to come over here. And Amsterdam is just fucking amazing. But yeah, that's the situation with the Netherlands over here.
There you go. There you go. I'll just read some. I'll just read some super chats. Otherwise, we'll get a bit behind. Scrub Alert says bloop bloop bloop. That's a bit weird, but thank you. Comic Artist Pro Secret says, Patrick, we need a vegan gains update. I should get vegan gains on here, but not frame it as a debate. Just frame it as a. I've been thinking about veganism, vegan gains. You should I think I just need a little bit of push and a little bit of sway, and I think you're the man to do that. And just
let's get vegan gains. Let's get him on here.
Scrub Lord again says, is Toon from Uganda? Does he know the way?
Do I know the way? I don't know the way. I'm the fake queen.
Scrub Lord again says, Patrick, I'm blue. I'm blue dabba dabba. Hang on, I've got to get this right. They've put it this. I'm blue dabba did dabba do.
I'm blue dabba dee babba da. That's from that song.
Yeah, I thought it was. But I think they fucked up the. I don't think they wrote it right, so that's not my fault. Oh, yeah. Point Curation says, Toon is a beautiful soul, and I am grateful for the work he does. He brings this is you, isn't it?
Which one?
Okay, fair enough. He brings joy to many people, myself included. It's a great relief in a difficult world to have his humor and thoughts in it. That's a little fan.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Eddie's 1247 says, my ass is hungry.
Thank you, Eddie. For $10. That's the right way to spend $10 over there.
Scrub Lord again says, Tuna and Bearing, you'll need to free the nipple. Yeah,
want to free the nipple? Let's post a picture of our nipples later on.
my nipples. Hey, I was watching a fucking what's his name? A V stream before. And he made a good point that I'd never thought about with other YouTubers, sort of thing, when I'm speaking to him. But just go with me. Are you wearing pants right now?
Am I? Yeah, I am. I am wearing joggers. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wearing board shorts, but it's probably a 50-50 fucking probably a 50-50 sort of likelihood that I am on any stream. So
I need to wear pants inside, joggers or something inside because it's freezing over here. I don't like putting the heat up in my house, but I also don't like the cold. So usually what I do is I get a hot water bottle. I put it on my chest or something. Not what chest? No, on my belly, on my belly or something. That's how I keep myself warm. But it's really cold over here. So yeah, I'm always wearing something.
Does it snow heavily in your country?
Yeah, it does. It was freezing. Wait, do you use Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius.
It was minus 11 over here yesterday.
Minus 11 Celsius.
Yeah, Celsius. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's so weird to think about because that's colder than my freezer. So if I go to my fridge and open the freezer and get the frozen peas out, they're probably warmer.
Okay, so I want to mention this real quick because you're talking about the freezer. So me and my friends, we like drinking outside. Like no matter what the weather is, we like drinking outside because it feels fresh and because they like to smoke and stuff like that, of course. And they don't really like separating themselves from the group. So usually what we do is we just drink outside. So we went for a drink outside yesterday, but we didn't have any beer anymore. So we went over to the supermarket. And once we came back, the beer was frozen. That is how bad it was.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's amazing. I've asked a few people, and no one's ever said yes. But I'm fascinated as to whether it ever happens anywhere in the world. Is there anywhere in the world that you can take a piss and your piss arch is frozen before it hits the ground? Can it freeze in your dick? Imagine how much that is. You have to work frozen piss out of the end of your dick. That'd be fun. That's never happened to you.
That would be that's never happened to me. Isn't like Canada kind of weather over here? Maybe Siberia. I want to check that out now. Damn,
yeah,
that's a kink of mine.
I've always been fascinated with that. No, it horrifies me. I mean, I hate getting anything near my Japo and my dick. It's just so it's
But
horrible.
wait, hold on. What would happen over in the Sahara Desert then? Would it just evaporate out of nowhere?
Oh, who gives a fuck? That's not going to stab your dick hole, is it? It's steam. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about steam.
Would be more fun though, getting steam out of your dick.
But that's an interesting point. Maybe Siberia. Maybe Siberia. We'll keep our hopes up for Siberia.
Yeah, let's hope that it happens to somebody, and that somebody posted it on the internet. Like that is what happens nowadays. So let's see.
I've got my fingers crossed. Someone will fucking someone will Photoshop that shit.
Probably, yeah.
So, what do you think? Like, especially with the possibly this purge underway and all that sort of shit, and YouTube sort of tightening up the rules. What do you think the future is for cunts like us? I mean, where do you think we'll have to go?
I think we'll be fine, to be honest. As long as we don't get deleted right now. I feel like YouTube is. You know what I'm honestly hoping for? I'm hoping for YouTube. I'm hoping for a worldwide law that will make it unable for big platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to have this much power. Because I've mentioned this before on my channel. The fact that these channels have this much power is kind of disgusting. Like they have more power than certain places in the world, like certain countries in the world. It's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. I was actually gonna touch on that, but yeah, it's something that I think about from time to time as well. But I mean, it's a big job to get there, isn't it? I mean, how do you do it internationally? I mean, how do you do it so it covers the globe?
I hope that something like that will happen, because generally it's kind of disgusting that they can follow every single. Like I get like the counter argument for that is that it's their company, they can do whatever they want, but there comes a point where a company gets so much power that they shouldn't really be able to do anything that they want to do. Like then it just becomes messed up.
I understand the private company argument, but when a company provides a service and becomes so prominent in providing something that has essentially become the public square, like Twitter. I mean, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, you'd go into town and you'd talk to people from your town, and you'd see people you know. We do the same thing these days. We just do it on Twitter, and so by being restricted from Twitter, we're being effectively restricted from our town squares. Which is a problem. But as I said, also understand the private company argument too. But I heard a sort of a good comparison a while ago. Imagine when phones came in, right? Imagine if like when phones sort of became popular, there was some prick sitting down at the telephone exchange. They had to sort of actually manually plug the different plugs into different fucking holes in the olden days, like to connect phone lines. Like imagine if they were sitting there like monitoring your conversation, and if you spoke about anything that they didn't like or they ideologically disagreed with, they banned your telephone account. That just seems ridiculous, doesn't it?
That is ridiculous, and that would not have been that would definitely not have been allowed back then. So I don't get why it's like legal right now. They have way too much power. The fact that Sargon's like I don't know what happened to Sargon today. Don't know if you heard about that. But Sargon's
Yeah, well, he'd asked me to upload a video on his behalf, but he obviously sorted it out in between time. But he got his Google account was suspended, but not his YouTube account, which is really weird.
Wait, his YouTube account? I thought his YouTube account was suspended as well. But still, like this is so weird. The fact that
no. So his YouTube pages were still there. They were. Like for you and I, they were operational. They just looked like business as usual. But his like Gmail account, his Google account was suspended. So if that account's suspended, that's the one that you use to log into Google with. So his so his YouTube was there; it was still active. He just couldn't log into it.
It's
It's
such a
weird, isn't it?
sneaky way to get rid of somebody on your website. Like nobody's going to notice it, but the page is still going to be there. Like people are just going to assume that he just stopped uploading out of nowhere and got killed by like some random faggot who didn't like him.
Well, that's the same thing. I think it's the same thing that happened to Jordan Peterson about 6 months ago. Remember?
Yeah, his page got deleted. Wait, did his page? No, his page didn't get deleted, did it?
I don't think so. No, I think it was a similar thing where the Google account that sort of has control over it and access to it was restricted. So yeah, you're right. You know, on face value to the public, it looks like nothing's happened. But whoever
now we know why. Now we know why they introduced Google Plus like a couple of years ago, so that they could do exactly this in situations like this.
Yeah, is Google Plus still a thing? Is that still fucking? It probably isn't.
I don't get. I don't generally. I would not. I don't get why people would use it or something. Like, what is the benefit of using Google Plus? I don't get it. Like, you got this entire system of tagging your friends. But who the fuck uses it? Who the fuck texts his or her friends in a YouTube video? I go, oh, gotta check this out, and then suddenly I don't know. It's like an hour-long video. Like people just send a link. You're not gonna text somebody in there.
Imagine if you're out at the bar one night, right? You're drinking with your mates, and it's a great night, and you part ways to go home, and your buddy goes, "Oh, hey man, listen, definitely add me on Google Plus. Put me on your Google Plus, man. We'll catch up. It'd be good. We'll stay in touch. Google Plus.
Google Plus.
Yeah, you don't do that, do you?
Yeah, all right, mate. Okay, we're not friends anymore. That's enough.
Google Plus me. Google Plus me.
Yo, Barry, can I add you on Google Plus later? We're gonna make it easy to have Google Hangouts. Yo, hit me up. I'll add my girlfriend in it, and you can add your girlfriend, and we can have like a strip poker night or something. Hell yeah!
No, I'm into that.
With beer.
I don't know if you're joking right now, but I'm into it.
No, they will probably be jealous or something like that. They will probably assume that I'm gay. Like that's something that my girlfriend would do. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so about that, quickly want to point out, like I mentioned my Snapchat earlier, and on my Snapchat, I've gotten dick pics before, and I had to mention that I didn't want to get it. People assumed that I was gay. I'm not even kidding, right? Okay,
wait,
so
you had to.
Girlfriend has.
You had to put some sort of notice on your Snapchat saying.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. It's like, all right, I fully respect you people. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm heterosexual. I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy it. So, okay, y'all, please just stop standing it, right? That kind of shit. And like, it could have been a joke, but it was not a joke. Like, I knew it was not a joke. I knew that it was being serious. So I didn't. I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't know how to put it. But my girlfriend has access to my account, right? And
What?
she's like, what?
What?
She has access to my account.
Buddy, no,
don't do it. No. It's my YouTube account. She won't do shit. I trust her.
Yeah,
you're like, fuck. Don't do it.
I trust sugar tits too, but no, fuck. Why do you need it? You trust me, don't you? Why do you need it? You should change your password and see if she rings up going, "Why did you change your fucking password?" I was just see what happens. It's just an innocent test.
She saves nudes in the memories. That's why. Like you can do that.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Now I'm going to get hacked. But
fucking hell. What was I had an interesting question to ask you. Are you old enough? Have you sort of thought enough yet to sort of have a strong political ideology? Do you which way do you lean politically?
I'm very like if you talk about centrist. Yeah. If you want to give me a name, then I'm definitely a centrist. When I made the political compass test, I ended up minus X, minus 1X and minus 1Y, I think. Yeah. So in the left, so really close to the center.
Yeah.
And when I made that new one, the one that everybody's doing right now on Twitter and stuff like that, like I don't know what it is. Everybody likes to jump on those trends, and I wanted to be cool, so I did it as well. So I made that one as well, and I kind of ended up 50-50 everywhere, or 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Like that's something that you got. I don't know if everybody knows what I'm talking about, but you've probably seen it. So yeah, I'm 50-50 on almost everything. I do not like nationalism. I'm not a big fan of nationalism. Like, I made that test. I scored a 5% on nationalism and 95% for globalism. The only thing that I got a problem with is the only reason why I don't want to see a lot of globalism right now, though, is because of the entire situation with refugees and terrorism, stuff like that. Like, it just limits the entire thing of globalism, the idea of globalism itself. But I feel like it will benefit the world majorly, especially because we would share IDs.
Yeah, but do you mean so? But if it was between, and I suppose it depends on what the climate with like conflicts and all that, and refugees and all that. But I mean, if it was between open borders and nationalism, you'd sort of lean to open borders.
Yeah, definitely. I wish to be honest, I wish that the world could be just one big place, but that's way too fucking difficult to take care of. But I hope that in like thousand years after this, that will be the case for somebody, just to be able to travel and stuff like that, to be able to see the world and shit like that. But that's probably never going to happen. Like, this is way too difficult to accomplish. But that's one thing that I like a lot. I feel like where I stand with trans situations, stuff like that, with sexuality, I respect everybody. Like, if you got an opinion that does not put me in a bad position, or does not put my friends or anybody else on the planet in a bad position, then hell yeah, go for it. If you want to become a porn star, like I tweeted this out a couple of days ago, if you want to become a porn star, like you responded to it, become a fucking porn star. Like, I don't have a fucking problem with that. If you want to do that shit. As long as you don't limit.
What was my response? Was it funny? Was it funny?
Oh, what did you say again? You said that I ran out of fapping material and that I had to become my own fapping material or something like that.
That's right. You're encouraging more porn stars because you ran out of porn on the internet.
Yeah.
That's right.
There we are. Like, people, come on, jump on that shit. But so yeah, I respect everybody on the situation with trans people. I feel like nobody can fully transition. I feel like I will respect everybody, and I will call you a woman if you want to be called a woman. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't think that anybody can fully transition. What else? What else are big topics they would like to hear about?
Just back on the open borders / sort of nationalism thing. Have you ever heard of? There was a video going around recently. I was going to do a response to it, but I sort of just ran out of time. There's an organization called One Global Democracy, I think.
Yeah.
And they're sort of pushing for this fucking, if there's ever a time to do it, to push for one global democracy, it's right now. Sort of make
right
it as if it's ideal time to do it in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
and it's fucking scary. It's like, are you serious? Like, what are you going to do with all the Muslims that want to just fucking kill everyone?
Look, I don't want to be part of any Muslim countries right now. Fuck that shit.
What are you going to do with China? You're just going to just rock up to China and go, oh, let's just fuck these borders off. We'll rule. We'll rule in Washington, but let's just fuck the borders off. You just become our subjects. So how does it work?
No.
It'd end in just horrific fucking war right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. I don't even want it to happen anytime soon, because if the world will be one big place right now, fucking shit will go down, man. Damn, World War III will be an inevitable thing, most definitely.
Well, someone in the chat mentioned it, and they're probably right. I think it's one of the ex-presidents of America said it. We need a common enemy before we can do that, probably, or an ethno-state in space. Whichever one. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I hope that Elon Musk can get that shit done. Did you see the thing with Elon Musk?
Get what done? Get what done?
Get a community in space or something like that. That doesn't really have a nationality or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's just fucking space travelers or some shit.
Yeah. Do you reckon he'll get there? He's always so keen on his estimates. So, like, he reckons he's going to be fucking.
Oh wait, hold on. What did he say? You cut out at the end of it.
Yeah, I was watching an interview the other day where he reckons we'll be walking on Mars in 10 years. I'm skeptical of that.
Yeah, I'm skeptical about that as well. About the moon base that he talked about, though, I think that that could be possible with the things that he mentioned. I hope it's possible. It's definitely leaning towards impossible, but the possibility of that happening instead of walking on Mars is a lot bigger in my eyes. I don't know a lot about science, so I can't really
Mm.
say anything about it, but looking at other things that happen in the science community and stuff like that, I feel like it could be a possibility. But of course, I don't know that much about it.
Have you ever seen any of his interviews and his sort of opinions on AI? Elon Musk is really cautious and really sort of not nervous but wary about AI and how it could end up, sort of thing.
Yeah, he thinks that it could take over the world, right? He thinks that it
Yeah.
could make humans unnecessary.
Well, yeah, he does basically. Yeah, that's one of the paths that could go down. So he's his idea to to help prevent that, I suppose, is he wants to make what's called a neural. I think it's a neural lace. So something that allows people to sort of like just sort of adapt to, or not adapt to, but use AI in complement, not in complement, in addition to our own
Yeah.
brains, like putting a fucking an extra memory card on our heads, basically, giving it, beefing up our brains, sort of thing.
That would be a lot better because I completely agree. Yeah, I have seen those interviews now that you mentioned it. Like he said something about, he mentions the movie as well, the one movie where the robots take over the world, where AI wise. Have you ever seen that movie? I don't know which
Terminator.
movie. I don't know. No, it's yeah, Terminator. Does Terminator? Wait, hold on. Is that Terminator? No, I'm talking about a different one. It's definitely not Terminator. I'm talking about a different one. One with
Well,
a
Terminator. The concept of Terminator is that
okay.
AI machines take over. But yeah, I get that it's not the one you're talking about.
Okay, but yeah, basically the entire concept of that, I completely think that that is, I think that that is a possibility. Like if a computer develops itself the same way develops itself the same way a human does, which it will do because it will learn from human interaction and stuff like that. Then it will also take over the bad traits and eventually just find us useless. And you know what we do when we find something useless or a threat to us. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It won't be I mean, it won't be it won't be that the computers grow to hate us and resent us. It'll be that the computers grow to such an intelligence that we're an inconvenience, and the most efficient thing to do is
Get rid of
something
it.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
That's something that would like I don't think that that is such a weird theory. Like I think that he's right about that. I generally think that the chance of that happening is not that small.
Well, he's certainly right to be bringing it up. I mean, no one else really brings it up, do they?
Yeah, and it used to be a fairy tale story, but it's getting closer and closer. So I completely agree with him on that. Like it's good to think about it before it's already there.
Yeah, and there was an interesting angle to the like how he was talking about the neural lace and beefing up our intelligence with with add-ons and that sort of shit. Like obviously, it's likely that sort of shit's going to go to the wealthy first. They're the ones that are going
Yeah.
to be able to afford it for their kids. But I mean, it sort of creates a fucked situation, doesn't it? Imagine you've got super wealthy kids that are suddenly getting brain upgrades. So they're like 10 times smarter than the rest. We're gonna have like a fucking human A league and human fucking Z league or something.
You got those African tribe kids from earlier, all the way at the bottom, and then you got those rich ass kids rolling around in some gladiator armors and stuff like that, robot gladiator armors.
Yeah, but that could create a fuck situation. It's I'll just quickly read some of these signs as Tonka would say. A legit baby face says, last donation. It's been confirmed that Toon is into picking, and Bering will suck squishy fish fins. This is Scrub Lord that made a mistake changing my name.
People spend money on this. I love it.
I'm into it. I'll read them. I'll fucking read them. I'm just surprised. Like we haven't seen fucking Christy Winters in here doing it. Imagine she does a super chat. It's like I bearing raped a girl on the night of Saturday the 29th. like it's the rules of super chat. Do you have to read it? It's a super chat. If Christy Winters super chats me up, do I have to read it? Yeah.
Christy, I'm not sure if I should read this. Can you please say something nice, something that is a bit more nice than this? You would have to say something like that.
It'd be a moral dilemma. I can't read that name. Fuck you. It says bearing interview Dame Edna. I think you're big enough now. Me Lado. Go on now. Dame Edna's fucking royalty. Occam's Router says it was so cold where I grew up. We would spit up straight in the air and it would hit the ground as slush at about -45 Celsius.
Jesus.
Piss. But he then clarifies, piss wouldn't freeze midair. Well, we're still looking. We still want a place where you can have an arch of. I literally want to be able to go outside, take a piss with your mate, and be able to sword fight with your piss streams on the way back in.
We're not going to give up yet. No, we are making this our life goal. We better make this our life goal. I wrote it down. It's in my agenda right now. Like before I die, I want to make sure that I have tried this out at least once.
We will get AI fucking technology to change the weather to achieve.
Yeah. See, it is beneficial for something.
A legit babyface also says Fahrenheit. It is also known as freedom temperature. Okay, someone's a bit fucking overzealous about the unit of measurement.
Have you been so proud of using Fahrenheit instead of Celsius?
A legit babyface. Fucking hell, you're bankrupting yourself. You shall remember my name. I probably will. That's a unique name. Eddie's 1247 says Toon tongue tush.
Fuck me, just go home for work at Patrick.
I hate it when you realize what you're reading halfway through reading it. You go, oh, this is making me sound a bit weird, isn't it?
Look at the chat. Kill those who insult Fahrenheit. Now shut the fuck up. It's a German. Hold on, it's supposed to be a German thing, but Germans don't even fucking use it.
What, Fahrenheit?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay, hold on. Now I gotta check. Now I'm not sure about that. What do Germans use?
I don't know. I thought it didn't I thought it was only like America and England that didn't convert.
Okay, the UK uses Fahrenheit. I think India uses Fahrenheit. Yeah, India uses the. Wait, do you drive on the left side of the road? By the way, yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah. No. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we sit on the right side of the car, drive on the left side of the road.
God damn it, retarded, Jesus.
What is it? The opposite in Narnia or wherever the fuck you are.
Narnia, yeah. Behind the closet door, everything is different over here.
So do you sit on the left of the car, and so you're like in America?
Yeah. Just like as in America, yeah. And France got the same situation. Germany got the same situation. Spain as well, Italy and stuff like that. Every single country over here has the same situation.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah, I am. I can use my left hand though.
Yeah, most people can use their left hand. They just go.
What is it? I can do almost as much with my right hand as
you can cup your balls while you fucking wank. Is that what you're
saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I use it for.
What I'm getting at though is like if you're right-handed, just imagine sitting on the right side of the car and steering from that side. Wouldn't that seem like better? Because I imagine getting into the left side of a car, like in America, and because I'm right-handed, I imagine it would be a bit awkward.
No, it's
like
not.
It wouldn't feel as natural as sitting on the right because I'm right-handed.
No, I think
just no.
Not really. No, not really. No, not really. Like I tried it in Britain. In Britain, they still got the same situation, of course, by when they drive on the left side of the road. I tried it over there. Then it wasn't really a shock to me. It wasn't that difficult for me.
It sort of felt pretty natural still. Because I imagine I'd be side swiping things, and it's good.
Oh no, it was worse on my bike. Like in a car, I was completely fine the first time. Like some people find it very difficult, but I didn't have a problem with that. On my bike, however, I
What do you mean it
fucked
was
up.
worse on your bike? You sit in the middle of a bike. There's no fucking sides of a bike.
No, you
What?
see what the thing is, you have to drive on the left side of the road, and the entire direction just changes. I don't know what is so difficult about
Right.
it, but my brain just couldn't process it. Okay.
Oh, so you're talking as far as the road rules. Yeah, that's fair enough. I take my snarkiness back. What have we got for you? Someone in the chat wanted just to talk about the ethno state. There's probably some alt right people here. We don't want to piss them off, otherwise they'll gank us or something. What are your thoughts on say the alt right? What are your thoughts on like the socialist left?
I think that they both got things wrong, personally. Like, you know, like they got things right as well. Like, I feel like some things are, that's why I'm 50-50 with everything. Like, some points of them are good, and some points of the other side are good as well. Like, respecting people, like, that is definitely a left thing, like, respecting everybody. And I agree with that. Like, as long as you're not limiting anybody, just respect them. And on the right side, like, I also feel like there should be things that shoot like traditions or something like that, you know, like sometimes a tradition can come over racist, but if it has lost its racist meaning, I feel like we should keep that. It's stuff like that I agree with, but there's also stuff that I disagree with. Like, respecting everybody is good, but forcing people to respect everybody, that's bad. Like, I don't agree with people on that. But on the other, like, that again, on the right side, I would agree with people saying, no, you shouldn't have to, you don't, you shouldn't have to force people to respect somebody or something like that. So those are the kind of examples. But yeah, I agree with both sides on certain things, and I disagree with both sides on certain things.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think what you're saying is it sort of comes down to the old golden rule. You know, do unto others as you would have fucking done unto you or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what my parents taught me as well. So that I grew up with that idea, and I think it's the golden rule in the Netherlands over here. Like, everybody applies that to almost every situation, except to refugees. Fuck the refugees.
well, it's been that basic principle. I mean, it's worded in a lot of different ways, but it's a like an underpinning of like, you know, fucking, I think 12 out of the whatever there is, you know, major religions in the world. It's 4,000 or 5,000 years old. It's you know, it's not a fucking recent thing. It's, you know, philosophers and should have believed in it forever.
The refugee situation over here, by the way, right now, it's kind of like about that. Like, it's not that bad, but when I go out, like, I'm not scared of anything. Like, my mates and I, we get into a lot of fights. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking stupid. Like, we are the idiots of our place over here. We get into a lot of fights, but that's something that I'm worried about sometimes, about the fact that my mates like to get into a fight. And the refugees, like, it's just, I don't want to generalize anybody. I hate generalizing people, but when you go out to a club, you kind of have to generalize people, because otherwise you might get into the fight with the wrong people. And refugees are not the kind of people that you should get into a fight with, because for some reason they always carry a weapon on them. I don't know why. They don't have a good reason for it, but most of them have a knife on them, and sometimes they got a gun on them. And not a gun is definitely illegal over here. A knife as well, by the way. But I don't know where they got a gun from. But they managed to get a gun, and like, you see that kind of stuff, and it's just retarded, you know. And that is what I hate about the entire refugee situation. Like, a lot of them are just respectful people and stuff like that, and people that you can have a good time with, and they want to work as well, and stuff like that. Like, they came from a shitty situation, but a lot of them also have a shitty viewpoint on certain things. Like, the Turkish people over here, there's a lot of Turkish people in the Netherlands. They complain when they can't follow their religion 100%. And their religion has things that include being against women and stuff like that. No, like, fuck no. You come over here, you're going to respect the culture over here. Like, you can do shit, you can be yourself, but when you're limiting anybody else's freedom, like, nah, fuck off. You can't just go back to your country if you want to do that. If it's that great of a country that you want to pursue your entire religion, then go back to your own country where you came from.
Yeah, but come on, can't we just set up a couple of Sharia courts? Just a couple of Sharia courts. You know, it won't hurt anyone.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, it's such a bold thing to even fucking even even suggest the notion of a Sharia court or something like that in
Yeah.
in a Western country.
It's too bad.
How many refugees did the Netherlands take? I mean, is it
I don't know. They did pick up a lot. I think in the hundreds of thousands. I'm not sure. Wait, hold on. I'm going to look that up actually.
so is it as bad as like what's the bad one? Is it Sweden at the moment?
No, it's not that. Like Sweden, it looked like it wasn't complete shit. Like it looked like it was a complete shit, but it's not shit. Shit over here. We have had 0 terrorist attacks and stuff like that. I think we're one of the only places in the western side of Europe that hasn't been hit with a terrorist attack yet. Spain has been hit, and France has been hit. UK, like every place around me has been hit except for us. So we must be doing something right. Could also be that we're all that we are at the very end of the of the Western Europe.
Yeah. Well, why would that make a difference? What's your point there?
As in,
why would that make it? Why would you being at the very end make a difference?
Because they kind of walk all the way over. I don't know. They got France where they can start, where they can chill out, hang out. They got Germany where they can chill out, hang out. The rules over there are pretty great. The economy is pretty good.
So you sort of just literally saying like we're the furthest to walk to.
Yeah. That is something.
That makes sense. You can't argue with that.
That's something I would do. I would be like, oh, we arrived in Germany. It's pretty okay over here. So why would we go over to the Netherlands then? It's like no use in walking another couple of 1,000 miles.
I suppose it'd be a consideration of how much welfare can we get and how much walking we got to do. Yeah. It'd be like a calculation.
Calculation is
here's an interesting one. Do you think, or do you believe that there should be any limits on free speech or situations where censorship is appropriate?
No, not really. I don't think so. Like even with the Amos situation, I feel like he should not have to go to court for something like that. Like if he would actually take action, that is the moment. Well, of course, limiting freedom of speech in a situation like I'm going to shoot up this school. Yeah, okay, that is something different. Like if you're saying that you're going to take action, then I feel like the freedom should be limited. But if you're
direct sort of threats of violence, that sort of thing.
That's the only time when I would say, okay, limiting free speech is rightful over here.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the other one is obviously there's got to be you've got to be able to protect state secrets at some level. Like you didn't want you didn't want fucking you didn't want any of the commanders that were working on fucking the D-Day invasions. Talking to their cousin in Berlin, going,
please do not spread this with the Germans.
It was a busy day at work today. I've got a big project on.
I wonder how that would have gone down. Hey, what if we just tell the Germans about the situation? Fucking hell, dude.
Did they even have? I know this is a genuine question. I don't know this. I'd love to find out. Did they have like fully operational phone line? Like in the midst of the World War, could someone in America ring Germany? Like, could you just ring your cousin in Germany, or was it all cut off?
I don't know. I don't know if that was possible. I generally don't know. I think it was possible. I'm not 100% sure about it. Hold on. Somebody just said in the chat, this guy's a complete idiot. Thomas from Norway. Shut the fuck up, Thomas. Huh?
Who is this someone you know?
Yeah, he said no. I don't know who he is. He called me a complete idiot because I said that I'm okay with refugees coming into this country or something like that.
He's on saying yelling fire in a crowded theater, etc. isn't protect. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And blackmail. You shouldn't be able to blackmail people. Obviously, you know, you shouldn't be able to say, "Hey, listen, give me your next 4 weeks pay."
There's like different situations, but I can't come up with every situation. Like I don't have a list in my head that I got ready for situations like this. Like when you bring them up, I'm going to give my opinion on that.
And he's now saying, "I think these guys are going for that alt-right super chat money." And wasn't he just criticizing you for saying that you're too welcoming to the refugees? That's not very alt-right.
Wait, what? Sorry, hold on. Fuck, you're cutting out. I hate my Wi-Fi. That's because of my Wi-Fi, by the way. I have that with my.
Wasn't Thomas from Norway just criticizing you on your position on letting refugees in? Now he's saying we're going after the alt-right super chat money, which is correct. I'll take anyone's money. I mean, you're not wrong there, but I mean, just want to know what angle you're coming from. I'm here reporting for Richard Spencer. Oh, he's fucking with us. Yeah. No, that's interesting. So what about censorship? I mean, surely, should child porn should be censored. Surely, I mean, it should be illegal.
Yeah. I made a statement about people that didn't agree with me, and that I even think that child porn, as in art, should be censored. A lot of people didn't agree with me on that. Like, for example, you got some shit on Tumblr
as in art. Did you say
art? As in
you shouldn't be able to do child porn and just go, no, it's art. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, people said it's just art. I was like, fuck no. Like even when you are making art of a kid having sex with an adult, you're still thinking about the act of pedophilia. And it's just, yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I find it complete bullshit as well. Apparently, a shit ton of people disagree with me on that, but I find that complete bullshit. Like it's still an act of pedophilia. You're still thinking.
But hang on, surely they're not having sex with them. I mean, surely it's just naked kids or something. Like that's ridiculous. Who's making that argument? I need to get at them. That's fucked.
Like it was the Strangest Things thing. You know what Strangest Things is, right? That TV series or something like that. The entire kids from the entire cast of that series has been sexualized and stuff. And I made an entire video about it. That got a strike, by the way. I'm not even kidding. That got a strike. So I got a strike for saying that it is wrong and a pedophile, and that the people who did that should be punished in some kind of way. Well, not punished, but banned. It's still a punishment, but I feel like the people should be banned for making art like that because it's still pedophilia. Like I'm sensitive with this right now, and I'm sensitive with this right now because I don't want anybody to give me shit for that again. But it's not like
that's just such a fucking stupid fucking argument. Yeah, no, it's all right that I'm a pedophile because it was art. That's fucking just what? That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, somebody just mentioned it in the chat. Phelan Otaku said, "Are you speaking of lowly? Can't say it's not pedo shit, but I don't see it morally wrong since it does no harm. Yeah, it does no harm, but people are thinking about it, and it's like
hang on a sec. How does it? Well, that's what I sort of wanted to clarify before. Are there kids involved in it? Are kids being touched?
They're not being touched. It's just drawings of them having sex with an adult.
Oh, it's drawings, right? Yeah, okay.
But I still feel like there should be some kind of punishment for it. I feel like it can give a pedo a reason to, I don't know, do something, you know, in some kind of way.
It's like those there's recently, or not, over the last year, there's been a few cases of those super realistic fucking sex dolls being like ordered and made that look like kids. Now that's fucked as well.
Yeah, that's fucked. I mean,
but part of you goes, well, hang on a sec. If you own, surely you're allowed to have a possession that you fuck. I mean, surely it's legal for you to go and fuck your toaster right now. It wouldn't be very nice, but surely it's legal to do it.
It's the entire thought behind it that matters.
But it's still a horrible.
Like people, like let's be honest. If you buy a sex bot that looks like a kid, you're doing that for a reason.
Yeah.
You're still not fucking a kid, but it's still fucked up. And I feel like it should be made clear. Like they shouldn't have to go to jail. That's not what I'm saying. But people should make clear to that person that it's kind of fucked up what they're doing.
Oh, definitely. Maybe. I mean, I know nothing about this art thing. I'll have to get some links or something off you. I'd like to have a look at the situation, but maybe maybe it's a case of you shouldn't be able to commercially sell it or something. You shouldn't be able to spread it or market it, or I don't know.
Yeah,
because you can't really outlaw someone from creating art, because creating art isn't molesting a kid. It's creating art, even if it is of seedy shit, I suppose.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. Yeah, Toon's ultimate 1984 thought police.
Are you familiar with I'm just asking this out of interest. Do you know the Back to the Future movies?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those are great movies. Fucking love them. Every single one of them.
They are. I was just, I mean, because you're heaps younger than me. I was just wondering whether.
Oh no, I'm a big fan of everything that comes from 80s, 90s, and beginning 2000s. Of course, I was born around that time, 1997. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of those genres. I'm also a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Of course, the Godfather movies. They were fucking the Godfather movies are fucking amazing.
The Godfather movies are fucking awesome. Yeah.
A pursuit to be happy, to happiness. Oh shit, I don't know what the exact title is. That is that's embarrassing.
The Pursuit of Happiness. That was the one with Will Smith. Yeah, and his son. Yeah, that was good. That was. I forgot about that.
That's a great movie. I love movies. Wolf of Wall Street, by the way, is a fucking great movie.
I'm halfway through it at the moment on fucking Netflix or whatever it's on.
You're watching it right now. It's so good. Have you already seen? Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. Where are you right now with it?
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it plenty of times. Seen it.
Oh, the scene where he gets home, where he gets in his car drunk. That's such a good scene. Fucking love it.
Yeah. How much do you? And it's just such an agonizing thing. When you're watching it, how much do you fucking want a Quaalude? I want to try a Quaalude. Like you can't get any more. The shit they do on that, you think you've got to.
The movie is just so good.
Something fucked up's got to be happening in your brain that just makes everything awesome at the moment. Remember when the fat dude comes out, he just pulls his cock out and starts wanking it at that chick party?
Wait, hold on. I want to see a clip of that. I got to. It's such a great movie. I like comedy movies as well. I liked comedy action movies like Die Hard and stuff. I fucking hate romantic movies and shit. I've gone to the only times I watch a romantic movie is when I'm with a girl or something like that. Except for that, no, fuck no. I'm not. You can't get me to watch shit like that.
That's why they come up with rom-coms, man. You can be all lovey-dovey and you can have it laugh and you can get fucked.
Yeah.
Pop TV says Pedo should take a bath with a toaster. Yeah, fair enough. Tom Morrison says Toon. You read that Toon is ultimate 1984 thought, please. Zach Howard said better than a cow heart and a car battery. What?
I don't get it. I don't get it either. Shit.
Oh, hang on a sec. No, there's more. There's another one that says, considering more people die from cars and more kids kill themselves over bullying than ever remotely close. What? Than ever remote close to school shootings. Guns are fine as it is. Oh yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. I mean, it's obviously. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I mean, it's obviously not. It's not an AR-7 that's shooting a heap of kids. It's not. I mean,
yeah,
I get that.
It's a person. Yeah, I find it. You know what I found bullshit about the entire situation? First of all, the David Hogg thingy sounds like complete bullshit. I don't know if you heard about that.
The what? Sorry.
The David Hogg situation around that with the guy who's.
Is that the guy that did the Florida shooting?
That's the kid. That's the kiddo, David Hogg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about him?
That's bullshit. But I also found the situation with the. I'm not sure. I read this somewhere, where the cop who was supposed to protect the kids just didn't do anything, And
Yeah.
the argument that people use for that, or the argument that David Hockett used for that, was like, well, he didn't want to die. Well, fuck, it's his job. Like, he gets paid to do risky shit. He gets more money from the government to do some risky shit. He's supposed to save the kids in a situation like that. Like, I completely get that he doesn't want to die, but he should at least be there for the kids. And apparently that was not the situation. So that's complete bullshit as well.
Well, hang on a sec. It wasn't the situation, or are you saying that it's fair enough that he didn't want to die? Because isn't that like saying that?
Like, I understand that he does not want to die, but he gets paid for stuff like that. Like, that's his job, and they have him around places like that, so that stuff like that doesn't happen. I feel like at least the guy should have done something. Like, I get that you don't want to die, but if it's your job, like, you don't go into the military, for example, and then expect not to get shot at or something. You know, it's kind of like, it's of course the chance of it happening is a risk factor, but I'm pretty sure that cops also get an extra payment for the risk factor that comes with a job like that.
Well, if that's your job, and you know that you're going into a job with a risk factor like that, I mean, you should be willing to take the risk in order to do your job. I mean, like an airline pilot, trying to control a jumbo jet going down can't just walk out of the cockpit and go, no, I'm not interested in this. This is a dangerous situation. You're fucked. You're there. I mean, if that situation's in front of the cop that was there to guard a school sort of thing, is in front of him, then he should sort of have the mentality that, well, it's his job. He has to do something. He's got no choice.
Yeah, exactly. But there's apparently there was this about another case or something. I found that pretty disgusting. Like, it just the kid. Yeah, let's just leave the kids alone in a situation like that. Let's just let them get shut up and stuff like that. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up.
It is. It is. Pop TV says, "What's the best flavor of ice cream sandwiches?" I've only ever had a vanilla one.
I've never had. New to it. I've never had one. No, I've never had one.
Get an ice cream sandwich. They're nice. It's sort of sweet, like shortbread or something. I think on either side of an ice cream.
I've never had it. Okay, I'll get it tomorrow at the supermarket or something like that. I'll post a video of it on Twitter.
see that you do. Fucking hell, a legit baby face. Legit question: what's y'all's take on gun ownership / control? I think it depends on where it is. I don't really have that many fucking opinions about guns. I'm not someone who's interested in guns. I mean, I think I'm sort of just leave it be. So I can't see sweeping gun control working in the States. I can't see it. Because you've got borders with Mexico, you've got a gun culture. There's just too many fucking guns, sort of thing. But I mean, if the question was, would you want to reverse the laws in Australia and flood Australia with? No, probably not, because we're
exactly.
doing it.
I'm very skeptical about the entire gun situation as well. Thomas knows that. Thomas from Norway. Dutchie takes both positions on every issue. That's because there's okay, about that, by the way. The reason as to why I do that is because everybody is different. Everybody has different personality, and you're not going to get anywhere if you never find a middle ground between certain situations with people. Like, there's always going to be multiple people talking about a certain subject, and if you don't take the middle ground, or if nobody's capable of taking the middle ground, then you're not going to make a decision. So I feel like there always needs to be somebody who can find the middle ground, and I find it very important to do that. Anyways, my opinions and stuff are very centrist.
You don't have to find the middle ground, but I mean, you should be willing to take the middle ground if it.
That's the way I should have put it. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. And to show people both sides from a situation, because there's always both sides to a situation. Like, if you have a fight with your girlfriend and stuff like that, the first thing that you notice is, oh damn, she had a completely different opinion on this. Wow, I didn't think about that. And then you still continue to say, well, fuck off, woman. Except if you get sex that night, because then you're going to improve.
You just come up with something else that you can head fuck her into believing she did, so she feels more guilty and apologizes to you. I mean, yeah. A legit baby face. A legit baby face says, Fish said no more money. I'm defying thy wishes. Yeah, you've donated a lot of money. Stop, keep your money. Zach Howard says, still waiting for Dearborn, Michigan to go pop. That's a band, is it? I haven't heard of them. Jesus Christ, a legit babyface says, find Squishy Fish's super chat and read it. He's floundering. Oh yeah, I did this one, didn't I? I did, sorry. Squishy Fish says, squish the moist end of my fins.
Wait, he comments that on my videos. I noticed that too.
Does he?
Yeah, it's so funny when you notice somebody. He comments it on every single video, I swear. I've pinned him a couple of times because he said that, I think.
Yeah, there's a heap of people that I think they come from Ranting Monkeys fucking channel. They what do they say? They say something about a butter cave or something. It's meant to be your arsehole, and you just go, oh yeah, no, you're saying it again, cool. All right. But you gotta say it at Super Chat, so fuck it. But the other thing that Super Chat's going to do, right, is I've got this sort of theory where if I do fuck up in the future and I do say something really bad and it incriminates me, I can always just go with the defense of, no, it was a Super Chat. I had to say that.
I'm going to jump on this thread as well now.
So anything you ever say, like, you just be in any court scenario, no, that was a Super Chat. That was a Super Chat.
Somebody just commented, Toon, when are you going to formally apologize to Susan's Turkeys? Do you know what my problem is with Susan's Turkeys?
What's Susan's Turkeys?
Do you know who Susan Wojcicki is, the CEO of YouTube?
Yeah. She legit got turkeys. Has she got real turkeys?
Yeah, no. She had turkeys in her backyard, and when YouTube was going through a lot of shit, like YouTube was at its deepest point. Everybody was freaking out for like days, and all she was tweeting about was like, "Look at that, turkeys in my backyard, just in time for Thanksgiving." I was like, "Fuck, bitch, your entire company is going down, and you're doing this shit."
Yeah. Get back in the office. I tend to agree with you. Get the fuck into the office, Jesus.
So yeah.
And so they want you to apologize for that now. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
No,
I'm pretty sure that is the reason why I got a strike. Like Susan just has something against me.
you reckon she stumbled across a fucking Toon video and got offended that you're being mean to her turkeys? Is that
she was like, "Fuck, don't be mean to my turkeys, you bitch. I'm gonna give you a strike for that. No reason at all." She never got back at me at my tweet. Like I tweeted at her, "He just get back in your office, yeah. Do something about this shit."
Imagine if it said on the actual strike, it said, "For the turkeys, Susan."
Susan.
Cindy Michelle says, "Toon, when are you going to form?" Oh yeah, that's one which read. A legit babyface. I too shall dishonor thy bearing. Okay. This one's a bit angry. Tom Morrison says, "So people should be fined for drawing kids fucking drawing." See, this is one of those. It was a super chat moments. Drawing really made up pictures deserve a fine. What if I like Hitler? Do I also get a fine for drawing swastika?
No, not a fine. No, definitely not a fine. Not a fine.
Yeah,
as in.
I don't think any of that should happen. But you go to.
Definitely not a fine. Like, don't give anybody a fine. That's fucked up. That's not like that would end up in censoring people. Yeah, I feel like people who do that continuously and who create a community. That's something I should have gone more into depth about. Like, these people also had a community, and you see like these pedophile kind of comments on there. I feel like something should be said about that in a way, in a small form of punishment. I said like a ban. Maybe a ban would be too much in some cases, and some not. Like in some places, it would be the rightful thing to do, in my opinion. But like an email saying like, if you do this again, just a warning or something like that. I feel like YouTube system is pretty fucking shit with that, by the way, because we get the strike system for that, but we also get they also limit us with uploading and shit like that. But that's not what I want. I just want a warning, as in an email or something like that, sent to those people. Like, if you do this again, you will get banned from my website. But that is only when they create a community that is focused on pedophilia or shit like that. Like that's fucked up in my eyes, and you can see it happen. It's the exact same situation as with the YouTube pedophile circle that was there like a couple of years ago. Like, it got banned from YouTube, and I thought that was the right thing to do. Like, I also think that if there's actual Nazis who are actually saying that they want to kill the Jews, and like saying that, making plans for killing Jews, that's when I feel like, yeah, okay, somebody needs to step in over here.
Well, I suppose in that situation, it wouldn't be about being a Nazi. It would be about, you know, saying you want to kill the Jews. That in my eyes would be the thing that you're getting banned for. You know, you can be a good Nazi. You can be a nice Nazi.
Over what?
No, I'm saying you can be you're welcome to be a nice Nazi. Just don't be a mean Nazi.
Just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. Yeah. Toon sounds like a gay fag who loves cock. Who the fuck is hetero anyways? It's 2018, nigga.
Oh fuck. I love both of you. Glad to see you together. Do either of you have extra backup accounts in case shit goes down, like with Andy's channel? Well, Andy's channel has only had a strike. It hasn't been taken down. I keep everything that I make on a fucking hard drive sort of thing. So I've got, you know, a physical copy of it, but I don't upload it to Tuplay. I think there's a Bearing archive that I don't know how dedicated they are to running it. I don't know if it's every video, but there was an archive there. Does anyone archive your stuff?
Yeah, I used to have that. I don't follow the channel anymore. I tried to find it recently because of the strike situation, but I couldn't find it. But I got everything saved, like every single video saved on my hard drive, so it should be fine.
Can I pleasure you when we rescue Teddy, Daddy? I think that's can I pleasure you when we rescue Teddy? Are you planning to rescue Teddy from perhaps queer kid stuff?
I generally like, this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to make this a Patreon reward. I'm not even kidding. I was going to make a Patreon reward, a $300 Patreon reward. If you put $300 into my bank account, I will personally go over to Lindsay in New York and say something about the shit she has done to Teddy. I was thinking about doing that. I was only thinking about doing that, and my main focus would just be a one-day trip over to Queer Kid stuff or something. To just say that to her. Like, I know where she lives, but I would probably get arrested for that, wouldn't I?
That's not a good thing to say on stream. That was a super chat, by the way. That was a super chat he had to say.
Because that would be harassment, wouldn't it be? Harassment.
But imagine if you actually did. I reckon she'd be the sort of person that would go into fucking post-traumatic stress and start trembling and rocking back and forth if you so much as went up and disagreed with them or something. Yeah, I just come across as that sort of.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Now, one last thing. You mentioned that you've got 6 strikes.
Yeah, I've got 6 strikes in this channel in total. I'm not kidding. I've gotten 2 copyright strikes. Right. Yeah, in total.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's not a 6 strike situation right now. I got 6 strikes in total, 2 copyright strikes. I managed to live through those, and then the 2 community guideline strikes like a year ago, half a year ago, and now again 2 community guideline strikes. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you got a second channel, like just a backup channel?
Yeah, but it's not focused on my like on the same shit as my main channel. So I usually don't shout it out because otherwise people are going to subscribe to it and not watch the stuff, which is going to put you down in the algorithm, you know. So that's why I never really shout it out. If people would want to watch it, it is different from my kind of main channel stuff, like the same kind of comedy, but like I said, it's way less serious. Like, it's just completely jokes. If you would subscribe to that, you could find that on my main channel, on the right side of it.
What's the name of your second one again?
Toon. You can be up with that, by the way. Toon. So a W between the first O and the T.
Hang on, spell it out for me. I don't understand your accent's too weird.
TWOON.
Oh, I fucking invented that. I fucking came up with that.
You fucking You were like, second channel 2. Oh, you already called Toon. Let's just call it Toon.
That was fucking smart. That's one of the smarter fucking sort of word like letter plays in history. I find
that was funny. That was funny.
Can't believe I invented that. I didn't understand what you said.
So Andy commented, "So not clever. You're getting a lot of shit."
Wait, who said that? You can suck my fucking dick, mate. You can suck my dick.
Andy, 1247. Hitler won the popular vote. Hitler won the popular vote.
Oh jeez. But you're fucking you're Toon on this as well. Like you're the same character. So if it's like, how come you still Toon if it's so different?
I wanted to change that, but I didn't. I kind of was like, I don't really feel like changing it. I asked people, I asked if people could do it for me. Like I got a couple of mates who want to do it for me, but I didn't have time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the same character.
Fuck it. I can't be fucked. Yeah, fair enough. I'm subscribed. That's good. We might wrap up, man. It's been really good talking to you. It's certainly been different to listening to just to Toon videos, man.
Yeah, it's a lot different. This is the first time I've talked to you, so
yeah.
Except for the free Twitter DMs and the late replies of me. So.
Oh, we did become close after those tweets, though, didn't we?
That was really cute. Yeah. That was really cute, especially the picture in front of your barbecue.
Well, like I said yesterday, it's a weird thing that happens. But when I saw a photo of you yesterday, I was genuinely taken aback that you didn't look like Toon.
I don't look like a fat obese. Like usually, what people assume is that I look like a fat obese dude or something like that, but I don't. I look far from that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was disappointing though. It sort of throws you a bit, but you get over it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got Bearing Cab, brown bear hug box. He's a hamster, mate. He's a hamster.
You con.
Jesus, legit baby face. Fucking save you. This guy is shit faced. You must be maggoted.
Which one?
Bearing, legit baby face.
I would stop if I had a half life ago.
To say bye.
Bye, babyface. Damn, you spent more money on this stream than I got in total. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was good. Come back often. No, thanks for joining me, man. We'll have to stay in touch and catch up more because it's been really interesting. And so any idea on when you're going to move to America, or is that just pipe dream? Is that sort of?
I'm going back to uni for marketing. This time, I'm definitely going to stay in uni because I'm going to have to pay all of that myself. Hell yeah! I'm going to do it in Amsterdam. In the third year, I already.
So last time it was mum and dad's money. Fuck yeah, that.
It's like mums and dad's money. All right, hell yeah! I can do whatever the fuck I want. Should have used it the first time the right way because now I need to spend my own money on it. Oh yeah.
Or at least just fucking seen into the future, taken the money, not gone to uni and spent it all on fucking hookers and blow or something and had a really good summer.
I could do that. But yeah, I'm going to uni. The first 2 years I'm going to be in Amsterdam. The third year I'm going over to Louisiana, New Orleans. That's where she lives. The fourth year, I hope I'll be able to just stay there for my minor. Third year is an internship, by the way, so that's why I'm going over to Louisiana, New Orleans. Fourth year is going to be a minor, so I hope that I can do the minor over there, and then I'm finished, and then I'm going over there right away. I hope that I can find a place in Cali, Texas. Those are my favorite states, by the way. Colorado or New Orleans. But yeah, that's it. That's what my plan is. Gotta have some kind of future plan, a red line that you can follow, you know. But I like doing it. I like doing things and just hoping that it will end in a good way.
Well, I hope you can keep making videos while you do it, man, because they're good fun to watch. Fucking hell! Stop donating money to fucking. It's holding me up.
Oh shit! My dog just fell. Fucking hell.
Tom Morrison. Anyone for Game of Soggy Biscuit? Yeah, I'll be in that. Well, I am spent more on my bottle than chat today. Bearing Cab, pre-felching stream. Cool. Thanks for joining us, Toon. It's been great. Thanks, chat. Catch you later.
Yeah, catch you later.